Welcome back to Throwback Friday, where we rewind the clock and explore the moments that shaped history, culture, and art. This week, we're spinning back to the golden era of vinyl records, an iconic time when music wasn't just heard, it was experienced. Let's drop the needle and dive in. The mid-20th century witnessed a revolution in the way we experience music. This was the golden age of vinyl records, a period spanning from the 1950s to the 1970s. Vinyl records were not merely a medium for sound reproduction. They evolved into cultural artifacts, shaping identities and reflecting societal shifts. They were the soundtrack to a generation, capturing the spirit of innovation and rebellion that defined the era. Prior to this golden age, music lovers relied on fragile Shalik 78 RPM records, which could only hold a few minutes of music per side. This technological limitation restricted artistic expression and listening experiences. The advent of the long-playing, or LP, vinyl record in 1948 shattered these constraints, ushering in a new era of musical possibilities. The cultural impact of vinyl records extended far beyond the realm of music. They became symbols of rebellion, particularly for the burgeoning youth culture. The emergence of rock and roll in the 1950s, amplified by the fidelity of vinyl, provided a soundtrack for teenage angst and a desire for something new and exciting. This new genre, with its roots in blues and rhythm and blues, challenged societal norms and became synonymous with youthful rebellion. Vinyl records were more than just discs, they were tangible expressions of artistry and cultural identity. They became cherished possessions, carefully stored and displayed in homes. The act of listening to a record was a ritual, a deliberate and immersive experience in an increasingly fast-paced world. The year 1948 marked a pivotal moment in music history. Columbia Records unveiled the long-playing, or LP record, a groundbreaking innovation that would forever alter the landscape of the music industry. The LP, with its larger size and slower rotation speed of 33 1/3 RPM, could accommodate up to 20 minutes of music per side. This technological leap had profound implications for both artists and listeners. Before the LP, albums were essentially collections of singles, limiting the scope and continuity of musical works. The extended playing time of the LP allowed artists to explore new creative avenues. Concept albums with their unified themes and narratives became a reality. Musical pieces could flow seamlessly into one another, creating immersive sonic journeys. The introduction of the LP also had a profound impact on the consumer market. Music lovers could now enjoy entire albums without interruption, fostering a deeper appreciation for artistic intention and musical narratives. The LP record quickly became the dominant format, surpassing the outdated 78 RPM records in popularity. This shift signaled a fundamental change in how music was consumed and appreciated. The impact of the LP extended beyond the realm of popular music. Classical orchestras embraced the format, allowing them to present symphonies and concertos in their entirety without the need for multiple record changes. This advancement was particularly significant for opera lovers who could finally experience full-length performances in the comfort of their homes. The LP revolutionized the way we listen to and engage with music across all genres. The 1950s witnessed the birth of a new and electrifying genre of music that would come to define a generation: rock and roll. This fusion of blues, rhythm and blues, and country music captivated young audiences with its raw energy and rebellious spirit. Vinyl records, with their newfound capacity to capture and convey the power of this new sound, played a pivotal role in the rise of rock and roll. Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and Buddy Holly became the icons of this musical revolution. Their music, often considered provocative and controversial at the time, resonated deeply with a generation yearning for self-expression. Vinyl records became the conduit for this cultural phenomenon, carrying the sounds of rebellion into homes and dance halls across the globe. The impact of rock and roll extended far beyond the charts. It challenged societal norms, broke down racial barriers in music, and gave a voice to the burgeoning youth culture. Teenagers, for the first time, had a musical genre that spoke directly to their experiences and aspirations. This cultural shift was inextricably linked to the accessibility and affordability of vinyl records. As rock and roll gained momentum, so too did the phenomenon of fandom. Teenagers lined up for hours to buy the latest releases by their favorite artists. Record stores became hubs of social activity, places where fans could connect, share their passion for music, and purchase vinyl records that served as badges of belonging. The golden age of vinyl records was intrinsically intertwined with the birth of rock and roll and its profound cultural impact. Section 4, Canvas of Sound, the Art of Album Covers. The 1960s witnessed a fascinating convergence of music and visual art. Album covers transcended their primary function as protective sleeves and evolved into powerful canvases for artistic expression. Graphic designers and illustrators were given unprecedented creative freedom, resulting in some of the most iconic and enduring images in popular culture. The rise of psychedelic rock in the late 1960s further fueled the artistic exploration of album art. Bands like Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix Experience, and the Grateful Dead collaborated with visionary artists to create surreal, colorful, and often mind-bending imagery that mirrored the experimental nature of their music. Album covers became portals into the sonic landscapes they contained. The Beatles' album covers played a pivotal role in this artistic evolution. From the stark simplicity of their early releases to the groundbreaking photography of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the Beatles and their creative collaborators pushed the boundaries of what an album cover could be. Their covers became cultural touchstones, sparking conversations and inspiring countless imitations. The importance of album art during this period cannot be overstated. In an era before music videos and the internet, album covers provided the primary visual representation of an artist's music. They were often the first point of contact between the listener and the music, shaping expectations and influencing interpretations. The golden age of vinyl records was a golden age for album art, a testament to the power of visual storytelling and its ability to enhance the musical experience. Section 5. Hi-Fi, a fidelity revolution. The pursuit of sonic perfection went hand in hand with the rise of vinyl records. During the 1950s and 60s, advancements in audio technology led to the development of high-fidelity or hi-fi sound systems. These sophisticated setups, often featuring powerful amplifiers, turntables, and large speaker cabinets, aimed to reproduce music with unparalleled accuracy and depth. The advent of stereo sound in the late 1950s was a game-changer. Music lovers could now experience recordings in a whole new dimension. Instruments were no longer confined to a single channel. They were spatially separated, creating a more immersive and realistic listening experience. The pursuit of the ultimate hi-fi setup became a passion for many audiophiles. The development of new recording techniques, such as multitracking and overdubbing, further enhanced the sonic possibilities of vinyl records. Engineers and producers could now layer instruments and vocals with greater precision, creating richer and more complex soundscapes. These innovations pushed the boundaries of what was possible in the recording studio and contributed to the sonic evolution of popular music. The rise of hi-fi culture also had a profound impact on listening habits. Music lovers began to create dedicated listening spaces in their homes, often adorned with plush carpets, comfortable seating, and dim lighting to enhance the auditory experience. The act of listening to music on a hi-fi system became a ritualistic experience, a deliberate escape from the outside world and a deep dive into the nuances of sound. And that's a wrap on this week's Throwback Friday. Thanks for joining us on this nostalgic journey through the golden era of vinyl records. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more trips down memory lane. Let us know your favorite record or memory from this era in the comments below. See you next Friday for another blast from the past.